Ladies and gentlemen, here's what we started playing for Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. The right to play in the championship game. This afternoon's game will feature South Carolina, who will be the visiting team on the scoreboard, versus Alabama. I'll give you the starting lineups for both teams. Center field for South Carolina, number 13, Tobias Jordan. Left field, number 15, Justin Lipsey. Catching, number 3, Blake Mars. First base, number 9, C.J. Belton. The DH, number 17, Dalton Davidson. Shortstop, number 2, Jalen Vasquez. Second base, number 7, Dylan Stewart. Third base, number 1, Bryce Reed. Right field, number 16, Addison Burkback. And on the mound this afternoon for South Carolina, number 8, Kellen Crowley. For Alabama, who will be the home team on the board this afternoon, starting at shortstop, number 5, Dylan Register. In left field, number 22, Ryan Tomlin. On the mound for Alabama this afternoon, number 7, Wells Deloney. The DH, number 12, Matt Snell. In right field, number 14, Grayson Stewart. The third base, number 11, Hayes Shepard. Doing the catching this afternoon, number 2, Slade Simmons. In center field, number 3, Bryson Peavy. At second base, number 15, Brantley Riley. At first base, number 16, Jake Oglesby. Our umpiring crew for today's championship game. Calling the balls and strikes, Robert Howell. First base, Cecil Garrison. Third base, Gary Cameron. Our protest committee, Jerry Brewer, Larry Collins, and Keith Robinson.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome here to Jim Whitaker Field at Guntersville High School. This is what we came for, a championship game between North Charleston and Ozark. North Charleston has fought their way into this championship game with a big win earlier over Jefferson Parish. Ozark won the coin toss, awaited a winner, and here they are. We're about ready to go. Wells Deloney on the hill for Ozark. Tobias Jordan steps to the plate. And we're glad you've joined us for this championship game of the 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series. Deloney's first pitch is low. And at 12:26, we have started play. Deloney's next pitch is foul out of play. And the wind blowing slightly out now at center field, so anything gets up in left center could get a little boost. We had a lot of carry earlier in the first game. It started at 10. Again, clouds in and out here. Granted to the shortstop. He backs up, takes a hop. Long throw, and got him by half a step. The shortstop backed up, made the play. And now Justin Lipsey does a little grounds keeping at home plate, steps in there. That pitch is in there for a strike. Robert Howell calling the balls and strikes. Cecil Garrison down at first. Gary Cameron at third. Cut on and missed. Strike two. The umpires are wearing the light-colored shirts in this humidity and heat here in this early afternoon game. Championship game here, though. Swung and missed, dropped by the catcher, throw down the first in plenty of time for the out. Lipsey goes down, and that'll bring up Blake Mars.
Batting third, catcher number 3, Blake Mars.
Again, Wells Deloney pitching. Mars. He cuts and misses. Deloney fired that one past him. 0-1 the count. Deloney pops the mid again in there 0-2. Deloney deals, swung and missed, again dropped by the catcher down the first in plenty of time. And a 1-2-3 first for Wells Deloney. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Ozark coming up the bat, no score. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive.
Dixie Boys Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. D. Mark Mitchell, Alabama State Director, along with the Alabama Board of Directors, congratulates all the teams in World Series play. We're glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four. 2016 Boys and Dixie Boys Alabama State champions from Enterprise are great representatives for our state program. World Series tournament play is an exciting time for everyone. This is certainly a very special occasion as Dixie Boys Baseball celebrates its 60th anniversary.
Up for Alabama, register.
Bottom of the first inning, Kellen Crowley getting his warm-up tosses in as North Charleston defeated Jefferson Parish earlier 12-5 to advance to this championship game. Again, both teams have one loss, so the winner of this one will be the champion. Want to remind you to like us on JockJive on Facebook. We're trying to get 10,000 Facebook likes, so go to JockJive and like us on Facebook. Make Robert Williamson happy today. Get us to 10,000. The corporate offices in Metro Florala will appreciate your help. Again, Crowley getting his warm-up tosses here. Register, Tomlin, and Deloney will be to 3 up for Ozark.
Up first for Alabama, playing
So-
center field, playing shortstop, number 5, Dylan Register.
So Dylan Register, the shortstop, steps to the plate. Crowley, right-handed batter. Right-handed pitcher, excuse me. Sun breaking through the clouds here. And that pitch is low. 1-0 the count. Register, right-handed batter. Hits that one to his shortstop counterpart. Can't field it cleanly. Throws to first. Vasquez with that strong arm gets him anyhow. 1 out. Vasquez has a gun at short. He can peg it out there. Ryan Tomlin will bat next.
Now up, playing left field, number 22, Ryan Tomlin.
Tomlin, left-handed batter. Deloney waits on deck. Pop foul out of play. 0-1 the count. Again, we're in Gunnersville, Alabama for this tournament. Appreciate everybody's support and hospitality up here for our broadcast. If you've not been up here, you need to come and take a look.
Now up, playing shortstop, number 2, Jalen Vasquez.
And the shortstop Vasquez steps to the plate. The first 2 batters here have walked, Belton and Davidson. Nobody out, 2 runners on here. Top of the second inning for North Charleston. Scurrying the bunt. Takes the pitch. Inside, I believe. 1-0 the count. Deloney looks in. 2 on, nobody out here. And now Vasquez steps out. North Charleston trying to take the lead here. Scurrying the bunt, gets it down. Pitcher has to field. Off balance throw, never will be in time. Vasquez legs it out. Once he got it down that line and past the pitcher's mound, it was going to be difficult. And Vasquez stands at first, and the bases are loaded for Dylan Stewart. And now we're going to have a conversation out on the mound. Want your very own DVD of any game broadcast this year during Dixie Youth Baseball's World Series? Simply email info@JockJive, and we'll get the process started. DVDs are $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@JockJive.com. What a good gift that will be for a grandparent, or save it for posterity's sake for one of these players. Dylan Stewart, bases are loaded, nobody out. In at the corners, back at second and short. Stewart, cue shot down the line, and it's fair. 1 run in, 2 runs in. North Charleston on top, 2-0. Stewart, a cue shot down the line, drives in 2.
Third baseman number 1, Bryce Reed.
And they are up 2-0, and that's going to bring up Bryce Reed. Runners will be at first and second. Right down the line, within inches of the bag.
Go, Bama, put a stop on them.
And North Charleston leading it 2-0.
Come on, settle down, guys. Let's get some outs.
Reed scurrying to bunt, puts it down. Catcher grabs it, throws to first, records the out, and the runners advance to second and third.
Now up, right fielder number 16, Addison Burkbeck.
Some fancy footwork there in front of home plate on that bunt, as one of the players slid down the first baseman, so he didn't get plunked in the noggin as the catcher came rearing and firing. 1 out in the inning, 2 runners in scoring position for Burkbeck. That pitch is outside, 2-0. Deloney super sharp in the first, anything but here in the second. Way outside. That fastball just kept riding out of the zone, 3-0. So now will Burkbeck take here, or will they give him the hit privilege? 3-0 count.
He's working, ain't he?
That's for a strike, 3-1.
They don't feel him doing that? Probably not. He'll just do it a little.
Deloney's 3-1 pitch. That's in there for a strike, 3-2. So Deloney has come back to make it a full count. The 3-2 foul into the third base dugout. So we'll do the 3-2 over again. The 3-2 pitch. Swings and misses. Burkbeck goes down. Second out of the inning recorded.
Number 13, Tobias Jordan.
And now top of the order for Tobias Jordan, who grounded out in his first plate appearance. Again, be careful with this young man. We have seen him put one out here.
Be ready out there, Bama.
Pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1.
You want to sit up here? Sit right there. Right beside Brady Mack. He want to bite.
Popped up. The catcher calls everybody off and cannot make the catch. The catcher was calling for it all the way, but he could not make the catch on the high pop, and Jordan stays alive. So Jordan gets a reprieve here. Swings and misses, and that ends the inning. Jordan goes down swinging, but 2 runs come across. We'll go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 North Charleston over Ozark. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive. Fans want to remind you to like JockJive on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers this summer and need your help to get there. When you like us on Facebook, we'll keep you updated on scores, schedules, game status, and so much more. So go to JockJive.com, follow the shortcut to all social media, or simply put JockJive Sports in the search engine of Facebook or JockJive on Twitter, plus subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's JockJive. And fans want to remind you that, are you aware of a scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Boys Majors Baseball? Scholarships are awarded each year to former players in Dixie Boys Majors Baseball. All a graduate has to do is make application while a senior in high school to be considered for one of the Bernie Varnador Scholarship Awards. We encourage all who have played in the program to think about this wonderful opportunity. Over 250 scholarships have been presented since the program was created in 1984. Second inning underway. Grayson Stewart leading off. First pitch is a ball. Kellen Crowley has a 2-run lead here. Crowley's pitch is low, 2-0. That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1. Hit to the third baseman, tried to field it, gets by him, and Stewart's on base. So third baseman Hayes Shepard steps to the plate. Leadoff batter on for Ozark. Third baseman tried to make a pick-em play there, could not get it. And now Crowley will work from the stretch.
You want me to put it up here behind me? I guess that's
That pitch is out of the zone. 1-0 the count.
I saw your last week. She said, why do you keep calling me Maddie?
1-0 pitch. Low. So Crowley unable to find a strike zone. Throw to first, gets by the first baseman. Not far enough for the runner to advance as he went in on his stomach.
Come on, Hayes. Go, Hazy. Good eye.
So Hayes Shepard ahead in the count. In there for a strike, 2-1.
He is at Brindley's Pharmacy. Been there, part-time
2-1
there.
pitch. And that one is hitting the gap, on the run, going, and it is gone. Hayes Shepard with a 2-run shot to the power out of the left center, and we've seen the ball carry there earlier today, and that one kept going, and it's now 2-2. So Hayes Shepard ties it up here, and again, we've seen the ball carry out there. Slight breeze blowing from right to left, but that one had a charge in it. So Slade Simmons steps to the plate.
Billy can hear us. He picked out my voice. He said, Mama, you're loud. Oh, I'm sure I got you beat. Well, he can hear us.
So Simmons
Yes, it was. You should have that on your picture.
that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count.
He probably couldn't tell you what he did. He just saw it and swung.
2-2 your score here in the second inning.
So what?
Cut on and missed. 2-1 the count. 0-2 the count, excuse me.
Yeah, I did too. I just thought it was going to be a fan. Me too.
Simmons steps out, now back in. Crowley walking around the back of the mound has just given up a 2-run shot here, and the score is tied in this championship game. Foul to the screen, still 0-2. Simmons. Flags blowing out now. And that is hit to the first baseman. Tosses to the pitcher covering, and he gets there in time for the out. So the first out of the inning is recorded as the pitcher covering.
Playing center field, number 3, Bryson Peavy.
Come on, Bryson Peavy. Which one's sweet?
And now Bryson Peavy steps to the plate.
I hope it's not Bryson Peavy.
Foul back to the screen. 0-1 the count.
Come on, you can do it.
Bunts it. Pitcher, though, Fields throws. Got him by a step and a half. 2 outs. So 2 outs
Second baseman, number 15, Brantley Riley.
for second baseman Brantley Riley here.
Emma.
Nobody on, 2 out, 2 in for Ozark. Breaking pitch just off the plate. 1-0 the count.
You don't have to nothing. Now you want to talk about Steve's feet, you have Maddie take her shoes. Well, Marty.
That pitch is outside. 2-0.
Maddie's always a stinking kid. I didn't smell. They take a bath and still seem like they stink. Uh-oh. Toby said she took it.
That pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1.
Good eye.
There's a live microphone right behind your head.
You got it. I guess they know about it.
3-1 count. Cut on, fouled at the plate, 3-2.
Thanks. There's 2 and 2. That's right.
Full count pitch here to Riley. Walked him.
Way to watch. Now let's get a base hit now.
The top with number 5, Dylan Register.
So top of the order, Dylan Register steps to the plate.
Do it.
Runner gets a lead at first. Crowley checks him there. Now to the plate. Strike 1 is the call. Register takes it. 0-1 the count. Runner at first with 2 outs. Championship game. We're in the 2nd inning. That one just tails off the plate. 1-1 the count. That pitch is in there for a strike, 1-2.
Come on, Dylan. Touch it out.
Runner at first gets a modest lead. To the plate, cut on and miss. Register goes down swinging. That ends the inning. But 2 runs come across on the Shepherd 2-run homer. They strand 1 at the end of 2. 2-2 your score, Ozark and North Charleston, 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series from Gunnersville, Alabama, here on JockJive.
Have a plumbing problem? Cypress Plumbing has your solution. We've been serving residential and commercial customers throughout Polk County for more than 25 years. Whether you need drain cleaning or leak repairs, water heater replacement, or backflow installation, our skilled plumbers can handle it all. We're experienced, professional, and best of all, we're affordable. For fast, friendly service when you need it, contact Cypress Plumbing today. 863-294-7319.
Gunnersville, Alabama.
Mars, Belton.
Deloney warming up here as we go to the top of the 3rd inning. 2-2 is your score in this championship game between North Charleston, South Carolina and Ozark, Alabama. One of these teams will have the championship hardware in about an hour and a half or so. And leading off will be Justin Lipsey. Lipsey struck out his first plate appearance. That's in there for a strike.
Now batting number 15, Justin Lipsey.
Mars and Belton will be next. Swung on and missed, 0-2.
One more.
Mighty cut it, that one. Check swing, called a strike, throw to first. The out is recorded.
Now up number 3, Blake Mars.
And that brings up the catcher, Blake Mars. Mars caught looking his first plate appearance. Deloney has struck out the batters he's faced. That pitch is inside. 1-0 the count. 2-2 your score here. Top of the 3rd inning. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. That one is hit opposite field. Right fielder going back, diving attempt, but he cannot get it. And the runner is going to stand at second with a double. And Mars with a double standing up. He is at second base with one out. Grayson Stewart with a diving attempt out there, could not get it as it was an opposite field shot. Courtesy runner comes in for North Charleston. That's Josh Davis. And C.J. Belton stands at the plate. Walked and scored a run. Back in the second. That pitch is low. 1-0 the count. Popped up out of play over the first base dugout. 1-1 the count. Again, the sun peeking through the clouds. Warm and humid day here in Guntersville. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-2 the count. Mars double is why we have a runner out at second. Shortstop jockeys behind the runner, now goes back, and that was up the middle, and that's a base hit. They're going to wave the runner. Center fielder is charging, and now they hold the runner, and it's a good thing. That was a strike. The center fielder just threw a strike.
17, Dalton Davidson.
That was Bryson Peavy. So runners at first and third. The coach initially waved the runner, but then he put the stop sign up, and that was a laser to home plate. Davidson, who walked, scored a run, steps to the dish. Check swing, did not go around. 1-0 the count. One out in the inning. North Charleston trying to fight back to get the lead. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Throw to first, runner back safely. So Deloney's 1-1 pitch. That one is in there for a strike to Davidson. 1-2. Deloney checks the runners, comes set. Inside, Davidson had the turn out of the way of that pitch. 2-2.
Come on, Bama, one more.
So the 2-2 pitch, and it's hit by the third baseman. That's a base hit. That was a rocket to the third baseman. Davidson with a single and an RBI.
Now up, number 2, Jalen Vasquez.
It's now 3-2. Nothing the third baseman can do on that one. That was just a rope right by him. Hayes Shepard stabbed at it, but that was all he could do. Vasquez singled his first plate appearance. Runners at first and second. Check swing. Low, ball one. That pitch hits the corner. 1-1. Top of the third inning, 3-2. North Charleston has taken a 1-run lead. On the corner again, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch, grounded in the hole. Shortstop tries to backhand, didn't throw, had no chance. Vasquez flying down the first base line, and that's an infield hit.
Now batting number 7, Dylan Stewart.
Once Vasquez gets it on the infield, if it's a slow roller, he's going to beat it out. He's got some speed. And now Dylan Stewart, whose single drove in 2 runs, back at the plate with the bases loaded. And that one served into left field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. 1 runner's going to score. They're going to hold the runner there. Stewart with his second single, his third RBI. It's 4-2.
Now up, number 1, Bryce Reed.
5 consecutive hits here for North Charleston, and Bryce Reed sacrificed bunt his first time. This might be a time for some trickery. Let's see what he does. Taking all the way, 0-1 to count. The inning started with the Lifsey strikeout. Since then, there's been 5 consecutive base hits. That one is served into right field. Runner will tag from third, and he's coming to the plate. The throw is up the line, and he's safe. The catcher made a lunging tag at him. That was Simmons, but he could not get him.
Did you not touch him?
So a run scores.
Now up, number 16, Addison Birkbeck.
Did you not touch him, Auburn?
So it's 5-2 here. Runners will be at first and third. Birkbeck steps in there. If the throw would have been at home plate, it would have been a bang-bang play. As it was up the line, and the catcher had to spin and lunge back and missed the attempt. 2 outs, though, in the inning now. That pitch is outside. Good stop by the catcher there. One and one the count to Birkbeck. That one's hit to the shortstop. Goes the long way to first. Safe, and a run scores. Birkbeck beat it out. Another run comes in to score.
Number 13, Tobias Jordan.
And it's the top of the order with Tobias Jordan in a 4 spot here in the third. 9th batter of the inning at the plate. Tobias Jordan. That pitch bends in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. So runners at first and second. Foul to the screen, 0-2. But North Charleston with 4 big runs here in the third. Deloney checks the runners, now comes to the plate. Weekly foul back to the screen. He stays alive, still 0-2. Deloney again comes set to the plate. Cut on and missed. And Tobias Jordan goes down, and that ends the inning. But what a big inning it was. 4 runs come across for North Charleston. They strand 2. We go to the bottom of the third. 6-2, North Charleston over Ozark, Alabama. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series from Guntersville, Alabama, here on JockJive. Mike Flowers back with you here. I want to remind you that Dixie Boys Baseball has a rich history dating back to 1957 of providing youth baseball. The incorporators of the program were all members of the Alexandria, Louisiana Youth Baseball Association. The primary goal of providing all youth the opportunity to play in local programs remains the same. Dixie Baseball. If you're interested, visit the website www.dixie.org/boys. But Kellen Crowley
Ryan Tomlin
has a 4-run lead, and Ryan Tomlin is leading it off here for Ozark. First pitch is off the plate. 1-0 the count. Crowley wanted that one. Well, this is a big inning here. Crowley would like to get out with no damage and get his team back up. Ozark, they want to chip away at this lead here. Pop foul out of play. 1-1 the count. The wind is blowing a little harder now from right to left. Flags are flying out of the park in center field. By the third baseman and down for a base hit.
Okay, let's get a rally. Base hit.
Now up, number 7, Wells Baloney.
And pitcher Wells Deloney steps in there. Wells singled his first plate appearance. So Crowley has allowed a leadoff single. Deloney checks the runner at first. And time is called, no pitch. So we'll do it again. A warm afternoon here in Guntersville. The folks in the stands have little fans that they're using to keep some breeze blowing. Tents and umbrellas. Breaking pitch is high. And the folks out lining right center field behind the fence under the shade of the Bradford pears. That pitch is high. 2-0 the count. And Nathan, our cameraman, is out in the sun and the heat by the metal stairs, while Chuck and I bask in air-conditioned splendor. Meeting breaks up at at the mound. Catcher returns to home plate. Deloney, talking to his coach down at third base, will step back into the box. It's big to come back and score in your next at bat after a team has put some crooked numbers up against you. That's what Ozark is wanting to do here. To the shortstop, backhand. Vasquez is second for one on the first, safe. They pulled him off the bag. But they get the out at second. And Deloney will stand at first. Vasquez can pick it out there at second. They almost turn two. Snell steps to the plate, the designated hitter. That pitch out of the zone, 1-0. Snell can park one at any time. Crowley's pitch. Snell takes it for a strike. 1-1 the count. Snell steps back in there. Crowley checks the runner at first. Deloney goes, but falls down as he's going. Ball is popped foul. Third baseman takes a look, and he gets out of play by a couple of feet. Deloney was going to steal, but lost his footing there. And kind of looked like the Tasmanian devil with spinning his wheels and kicking up dust there. 1-2 count to Snell. Crowley's pitch. Again, Snell stays alive, fouls it away, 1-2. Crowley checking the runner at first. Again, pop foul out of play. So the umpire gets a handful of new balls, and Snell still in there. 1-2 the count, one out, runner at first. 6-2 North Charleston. Check swing, nothing called. 2-2 the count. Crowley to the stretch, to the plate, outside, full count now. Crowley steps off the rubber, fakes the first. Not a balk because he stepped off the rubber. To the plate. Again, Snell spoils it as he fouls it to the screen. So a good battle here between Snell and Crowley. The 3-2 pitch. Again, another foul. This one down the first base line.
Come on, you can do it.
So again, a 3-2 count here. Took something off. Snell pops it up. Center fielder calls for it. Under it, grabs it for the out.
Now up, number 14, Grayson Stewart.
So the runner did not advance. Stewart, who singled to lead off to second, scoring a run, comes to the plate.
Come on, Grayson.
Again, this is a huge batter here for North Charleston. They could get out of this with no damage. They'll come to bat in the fourth with a 4-run lead. That pitch tails outside. 1-0 the count. That pitch blocked by the catcher. 2-0 the count.
Come on, Cloud. Cover it up.
Bright sunshine now peeking through the clouds. Crowley's 2-0 pitch. Outside 3-0. So Stewart ahead in the count. Crowley checks the runner at first, now throws over, and the ball hits the runner but doesn't stray far. First baseman grabs it. Back to the pitcher. 3-0 count. Taking all the way, that's in there for a strike. So Stewart now with a 3-1 count. Let's see if they get something he likes. He does. He swings and misses. 3-2. Stewart was sitting on dead red, as they say, and swung right through that one. Full count pitch here. Runner goes, and that one is skied. Left field and center fielder calling for it. The left fielder grabs it, and that ends the inning. So a big inning for North Charleston as they get out of it with no damage. And we'll go to the top of the fourth. 6-2 your score, North Charleston over Ozark. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive.
Alabama Dixie Boys Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. D. Mark Mitchell, Alabama's state director, along with the Alabama Board of Directors, congratulates all the teams in World Series play. We're glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four. 2016 Junior Boys and Dixie Boys Alabama state champions from Enterprise are great representatives for our state program. World Series tournament play is an exciting time for everyone. This is certainly a very special occasion as Dixie Boys Baseball celebrates its 60th anniversary.
7.
I want to remind you the Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this or any other Dixie baseball tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win while recognizing that being gracious in victory or defeat is part of true sportsmanship. Also, careful observation of rules, fair play, and general respect of the opponent are all attributes of good sportsmanship. We ask that all in attendance join the players and coaches in making good sportsmanship the highest priority. Top of the fourth inning here. New pitcher on the mound. Dylan Register in for Deloney.
Deloney exited throwing 63 pitches.
Deloney
Dylan Register.
will now play right field. Register
Leading off for South Carolina, number 16, Addison Burkbeck.
is now pitching.
Let's go, Dylan!
And number 15, Justin Lifsey, hits one down the line, and it's fair. Lifsey's chugging for second. Ball gets away from the right fielder, and he's going to stand up there with a leadoff double.
Lipsy doubles, bringing up number 3, Blake Mars.
So Blake Mars stands in there with the runner in scoring position. So Blake Mars, who's doubled, scored a run, struck out. And North Charleston scored 12 runs in their game prior to this one. They have 6 through 3. And that one plunks him. Mars did not like
Now
getting
batting
hit,
number 9, C.J. Belton.
but he goes to first. Got plugged right in the back that time. And now we're going to have a courtesy runner in. Josh Davis will run for Mars.
Courtesy runner, number 5, Josh Davis.
So C.J. Belton, who's walked, scored a run, singled scored a run, steps to the plate. Again, this North Charleston team has been hitting the cover off the ball today. Looking for more here in the fourth. Register's pitch is a ball, 1-0. That pitch is high. 2-0 the count. Register checks the runners to the plate, pops the mitt, but it's a ball, 3-0.
Go. Hang in there. You got this.
They're playing behind the runner at first. In there for a strike, taking all the way was Belton. Davidson, Vasquez, the next two up. Check swing foul back to the screen, 3-2. So a full count here to C.J. Belton. Runners get their lead from first and second, nobody out. And that's caught looking, Belton. One out in the inning.
Now up, number 17, Dalton Davidson.
Whatever he was looking for, he didn't get it. It's a strike. First out recorded. Davidson steps to the dish.
Be ready.
Again, wind blowing a little harder from right to left, blowing out. And that one is pop foul out of play, got around on it. Strike one to count to Davidson. Walked, singled, scored 2 runs, drove in a run so far. Another pitch in there, took a little something off. That one gets in there for a strike, 0-2. 6-2 your score here, North Charleston leading. The 0-2 pitch, breaking pitch in there for a strike, caught him looking. He was not expecting that, or even if he was, he may not have been able to hit it. So Register with his second strikeout. Now Jalen Vasquez to the plate. Well, the leadoff batters, the first two that got on, are still out at first and second. 2 outs now for Vasquez, who has singled twice. Scored a run. Popped up. Will it stay in play? Drifting toward the line, and it does. Third baseman makes a great play, Hayes Shepard. And that was huge for Ozark. They get out of the inning with no damage. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, still 6-2 your score. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series from Gunnersville, Alabama, here on Jock Jive. Fans, want your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Dixie Youth Baseball World Series? Simply email info@jockjive.com and we'll get the process started. DVDs are a mere $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@jockjive.com. And we appreciate it if you order a lot and order often.
First, number 11, Hayes Shepherd.
So Ozark, Alabama, coming up to bat here in the fourth. They trail 6-2. They got out of a big jam in the fourth. Again, we may look back as a crucial inning if Ozark comes back to win this one. Shepherd, who made the catch, leading it off, taps it foul. 0-1 the count. Crowley still pitching.
I needed to know this is Priscilla Burgess. I needed to know what my next appointment was because I lost my appointment with.
That pitch gets by the catcher there. 1-1 the count. Crowley. Pitches outside the Shepherd. 2-1 the count. Next pitch. In there for a strike. 2-2. North Charleston trying to win the championship the hard way. They will do it if they win 2 games here. They've won 1 already, leading by 4. But we're a long way from over. Off-speed pitch in the hole, and that's a base hit. Shepherd with a single. The leadoff batter is on, and now it's going to bring up Slade Simmons. So the catcher, Simmons, grounded out to first base his first time. He's got a little book he checks as he goes to the plate and puts it back in his pocket. Crowley to the plate, tap foul, 0-1 the count. Yeah, book or a wristband something, but we've seen several Ozark players check that before they come to the plate. Crowley's 0-1 pitch. High, 1-1. 6-2 your score here, bottom of the fourth. We're halfway home with this one. That pitch is just off the plate. 2-1. Crowley deals. Fouled at the plate. 2-2 the count. Again, North Charleston. Jamie Rabin is their coach. Leading here 6-2. Popped up. First baseman calls for it. Comes to the mound and takes it for the out. The third baseman almost ran into him, Bryce Reed, and that would have been a mismatch. Because the first baseman outweighs him by about 50 pounds, so 1 out in the inning. So Peavy, who hit a comebacker back to the pitcher, his first plate appearance. Runner stays at first. Breaking pitch, and that's in the hole, base hit. So Brantley Riley comes up with runners at first and second. Riley walked. So runners at first and second with only one out. Ozark trying to mount a rally here in the fourth. Bunting, and gets by the pitcher, and that's trouble, and everybody's going to be safe. Again, you couldn't have laid it out there, rolled it out there any better. Once it got by the pitcher, it was trouble, and it did, and the bases are full for Dylan Register. So now Ozark looking to come back with a big inning. 6-2 your score. North Charleston leading. Ozark has the bases loaded. Pop foul behind us here, out of play. 0-1 the count. Register has grounded out and struck out. That pitch in the hole to the shortstop. Throws to second, and they get the force, but a run scores. It's 6-3. Good play that time by the shortstop. Vasquez again showing the leather. So runners at first and third and 2 outs. Ryan Tomlin to the plate. Singled and grounded out. And he hits that one a mile, but it's going to twist foul out of play down the right field line, and that would have been long gone if he straightened it out. That one landed in the tennis courts behind right field. 0-1 the count here. Crowley trying to avert major damage. 6-3 is your score. Back to Crowley. Over his head. Vasquez can't field it. A run scores, and it's 6-4. So another run scores. It's 6-4. Deloney, who has singled, reached on a fielder's choice, steps in there. Baseball, like a lot of sports, a game of inches. 1 inch lower and the pitcher would have fielded it. That pitch is low, 1-0. And now we got time as there'll be a discussion on the mound here for North Charleston. And they're going to change pitchers. Number 20 is going to come in to pitch for North Charleston. Chase O'Neill will take a break here. 6-4 your score, 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive.
Ozark, a quaint southern town in southeast Alabama, home of Fort Rucker, the world's largest helicopter training facility, and the Army Aviation Museum. While you're in Ozark, enjoy unique shopping and dining. Visit our beautifully manicured downtown square, home of Claybank Jamboree and the Ozark Crawdad and Music Festival. Relax at Ed Lisenby Lake with its excellent fishing and 3-mile walking and birding trail. But no baseball enthusiast can leave Ozark without visiting historic Eagle Stadium, built in 1946. Come enjoy Ozark.
O'Neill warming up here as he'll come in relief. Still in a jam, 2 runners on, 2 outs. Again, want to remind you, don't forget to like JockJive on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We're trying to reach 10,000 Facebook likes and 1,000 Twitter followers. So go check us out on JockJive and like us. Just like us a little. 6-4 your score. No quit in either one of the teams in this one. No quit in any of the teams we've seen here. But Ozark trying to mount a comeback here. They were trailing by 4. They trail by 2. They have the tying runs on base and the go-ahead run at the plate. So a 1-0 count here to Deloney. And Chase O'Neill pitching. O'Neill checks the runners. Overhand delivery and pitch. 2-0 the count. That pitch is out of the zone. 3-0. So Deloney here ahead in the count. Matt Snell waits on deck. Runner goes. And the runner steals second, too, as they throw down. Deloney was taking all the way, so both runners in scoring position. The 3-1 pitch, and that is hit in the gap. It's going, and it's gone. Deloney with a 3-run homer, and it's now 7-6. Again, we've seen the ball carry out there in the left center, and that one got out of here in a hurry. 7-6, Ozark leading. And now Matt Snell to the plate. So O'Neill didn't fool Deloney. Took him 3 pitches before he took him yard. And now Snell steps in there. That pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Well, this game has an ebb and flow to it. When one team gets ahead, the other team comes back. This could be a last at batter here. 1-1 the count. That pitch is high, 2-1. O'Neill has a very interesting delivery. Kind of cups the ball when he comes overhand with it. Grounded foul out of play. 2-2 the count. So the fans from Southeast Alabama are happy right now. Their team is up 7-6. Took something off that pitch. Foul back to the screen. That pitch is hammered, got way out in front of that one. It's foul. 7-6 is your score, 2-2 count. If that one would have been straight, it would have been to the Hampton Hotel. He lines that one again foul. It's out of play. So O'Neill has been no mystery for the Ozark batters.
Next Tuesday.
The 2-2 pitch from O'Neill. Swung and fouled at the plate. Snell staying alive. O'Neill checks in to the plate. Check swing. They ask at third. They appeal. No swing. 3-2 the count. Snell, cleanup hitter with a lot of pop. That one is going to be foul again down the first base line. So we'll do the full count pitch over again. Again, he rips that one foul. Gonna have to break out some balls here in a minute. O'Neal kicks and fires, full count. And that one is jerked. Long gone. That's in the Hampton parking lot. It's 8-6. Snell just hit 1 yard. Way out of here. 8-6. Grayson Stewart will come to the plate. 9th batter of the inning. It's 8-6. And now I believe we're going to have another pitching change as O'Neal will come out, and let's see who they're going to bring in the pitch here. They take the ball from O'Neal, and we'll have a pitching change. We'll go to a break. 8-6 your score, Ozark.
Louisiana Dixie Majors Baseball is proud to support this broadcast. Jason Parker, Louisiana State Director, along with the Louisiana Dixie Majors Board of Directors, congratulates all of the teams in World Series play. We are glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four. 2016 Louisiana Pre-Majors and Major State Champions from Monroe are great representatives for our state program. World Series tournament play is an exciting time for everyone.
Cypress Plumbing Incorporated, serving Polk County for over 24 years. A family-owned and operated business, we complete repairs and service for residential or commercial customers. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we specialize in backflow installation, repipes, drain cleaning, leak repairs, water heaters, and kitchen and bathroom plumbing remodels. Customer service is our #1 priority. 24-hour emergency service and senior discounts are available. Call 863-294-7319 or visit our website today.
Chandler Byrne, the new pitcher for North Charleston. We have just witnessed 2 home runs here and back-to-back batters given up by O'Neal, and it's now 8-6, 6-run inning for Ozark. And there was nothing cheap about either home run. They were prodigious shots. And Grayson Stewart will be the 9th batter of the inning for Ozark. So Byrne comes in trying to put out this rally, put out this fire.
After back-to-back home runs, now batting number 14, Grayson Stewart.
So Grayson Stewart steps in there. So let's see what Grayson has. Singled and flied out. Inside, 1-0 the count. Chandler Byrne in relief, 3rd pitcher used by North Charleston. That pitch is low. Grounded to the 3rd baseman, fields it, bobbles it, throws to first, not being time. Stewart reaches. A shot to the 3rd baseman, he couldn't handle it. And now the man who started this inning, Hayes Shepard, steps to the plate. He got a single about 30 minutes ago
Make it be yours, Hayes.
to start the 6-run outburst here for Ozark, Alabama. Shepard is homered, driven into, singled, and scored a run.
Way to watch, Hayes. Make it be there, son.
8-6 is your score. Ozark on top. Swung and missed. 1-1 the count.
It's all right. Keep your eye on it. You can do it. Come on, Hayes.
Shepard awaits the 1-1 pitch. Breaking pitch is high. 2-1 the count. Burns next pitch. Low, 3-1.
Make it be there, Hayes.
10th batter of the inning. That pitch is low and Shepard walks.
Now up, number 2, Slade Simmons.
So Simmons to the plate. 0 for 2 in the game. Simmons had to take the catching gear off. He didn't know if he's going to get back up the hit. And that one is grounded to the first baseman. He fields, takes it unassisted to the bag, and the inning is finally over. What an inning it was for Ozark. 6 runs come across the plate. They strand 2. We'll go to the top of the 5th. 8-6 your score. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive. We go to the top of the 5th inning here, a new ball game. Ozark leading this one 8-6 after the big 6-run bottom of the 4th inning. North Charleston
Up for South Carolina,
will be
Reed Burkett.
sending up Dylan Reed to lead it off here. Dylan Register in relief. Well, now the game has changed with that big inning. Now, if you're North Charleston, you've only got 3 more hacks at it.
Leading off for South Carolina, number 7.
You got to get
Dylan
something going
Stewart.
here. So Dylan Stewart will lead it off. He's singled twice, driven into 3, excuse me. And the first pitch to Stewart is a ball, 1-0. In there for a strike. Register in relief. And that one is blooped over the shortstop's head, and it's in for a base hit. Stewart with his 3rd single of the game.
Now batting number 1, Bryce Reed.
And Bryce Reed who has sacrificed twice in this game, steps to the plate. Again, once a team gets the lead, the other team just comes right back. Let's see what happens here. Strike is called. 0-1 the count. Leadoff batter at first. Little Bryce Reed steps in there. And that's hit to the shortstop. Waits, and it eats him up. He waited on the bounce, and it got him.
Now up, number 16, Addison Birkbeck.
So runners will be at first and second for Birkbeck. The shortstop might have been better served to charge that one. He waited on the second bounce, and that's the one that got him. He had a fleet runner from the batter's box, may not have got him anyhow. Bunted attempt, and I believe that got a piece of the catcher. And when it does, any good umpire will walk the ball out there and say, "Hey, young man, how you doing? Kind of hot today, isn't it?" And he'll give the catcher a couple of minutes to compose himself. The Mutual Admiration Society, for those who stay behind home plate and dodge those fouls, and they get nicked about 300 times in a game. So Birkbeck, 0-1 count. Runners at first and second. Singled and struck out. Driven in a run. Squaring a bunt, takes the pitch. Out of the zone, 1-1 the count. Register trying to get out of a jam here. Nobody out, 2 on. Ozark on top, 8-6. Again, screwing the bunt, takes the pitch. 2-1 to count. Birkbeck back in there, 2-1. Charging at the corners. Again, takes the bat back, 3-1. Register in danger of walking the bases loaded here. Jake Oglesby, the first baseman, charging on every pitch. Again, screwing the bunt. Outside he walks. Birkbeck nurses a walk.
13, Tobias Jordan.
And now Tobias Jordan, who has struck out twice and grounded out. Again, don't give this guy anything good to hit. We've already seen what he can do in the last couple of days. Swings and misses. They're playing in the infield to cut off any run coming to the plate. But also that means anything hard hit will get through the infield a whole lot quicker. Outside, 1-1. Register, bases are full. Jordan wiggles that bat back and forth. Breaking pitch, and it gets away, but not far enough. Simmons stops it, 2-1 the count. So again, we're in the top of the fifth. We're 8-6. Ozark on top. Register again, checks the runners, and that one is skied in the power alley. Left fielder, right fielder running, and they can't get it. One run is going to score, and it's 8-7. Jordan with a long fly ball that could not be caught by the left fielder. So bases are still full for Justin Lifsey, who has struck out twice and doubled. So again, North Charleston scrapping back here against Ozark. Wind is blowing out right to left. Lifsey takes it for a strike. 0-1 the count. Checks the runners to the plate. High, 1-1. Nobody out in the inning here. Bases are still full of North Charleston players. Outside, gets away. Runner's trying to come home to score. Head first slide, and he's safe. 8-8 is your score. Runners advance from first and second, so now we have runners at second and third, nobody out. 2-1 count. We may have to go get a Snickers bar, Chuck. We may not be going anywhere for a while.
How bad do you want it, Baba?
8-8 is your score. North Charleston scored 12 in the first game. They've scored 8 in this one. They have come off the bus hitting. And that one's hardly hit to the third baseman coming home. They tag the runner. The runners will be at first and second. He went on contact, and he gets thrown out at the plate. That's Birkbeck. Lifsey reaches on the fielder's choice. And now Blake Mars steps to the plate. Blake has struck out, doubled, scored a run, and been hit by a pitch. That pitch is low, and it gets away, and everybody's going to advance a base. So runners will be at second and third as it gets away from Simmons. 8-8 is your score. That one is a solid shot in the left field. One run is going to score. They're going to hold the runner at second. Mars with an RBI single. It's now 9-8. And Register has not fooled anybody this inning, and now we're going to go and see if we have a pitching change, or are they going to talk to him? Everybody meeting. North Charleston meeting on the third base line. Ozark meeting at the mound. Again, we'll remind you, if you want your very own DVD of any game broadcast during this year's Dixie Youth World Series, simply email info@jockjive.com and we'll get the process started. DVDs are a mere $10 per game plus shipping and handling. That's info@jockjive.com. C.J. Belton will step to the plate.
Number 9, C.J. Belton.
That pitch is low. So runners at first and third for Belton. Still only one out in the inning. 3 runs across. Register's pitch is skied to center field. They're going to tag the runner at third. He's coming home. The throw is a good throw, but it won't be in time. And a run scores. It's a sacrifice fly for Belton. It's now 10-8. So Dalton Davidson will step in there.
Now up, number 17.
4 runs in.
Get ready, outfielders.
Top of the 5th inning. Wow, we've seen some hitting in this one. Swung on and missed, and who'd have thunk it? In the first inning, North Charleston went down 3 up, 3 down. In the first inning, Ozark went down with only 1 batter left on base. And ever since then, these guys have been hitting the ball with abandon. That pitch tails outside. Davidson has singled and walked, scored twice. Also has struck out. That one is hit foul. You know you're scoring a lot of runs when you're in your 4th at bat in the 5th inning.
I couldn't remember which. I couldn't see none of y'all.
Register awaits the pitch. That one again, breaking pitch outside.
Put it in there.
2-2 the count. Register nods yes, comes to the plate. Low and outside, 3-2.
It's important. Come on, pitcher, take your time. Put it in there. Put it in there.
Register again, checks the runners. The 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and he goes down swinging, and the inning finally ends. But it's a big one again for North Charleston. They put 4 runs across the plate. They strand a runner. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. 10-8 is your score. North Charleston over Ozark. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Majors World Series from Gunnersville, Alabama, here on JockJive.
Cypress Plumbing Incorporated, serving Polk County for over 24 years. A family-owned and operated business, we complete repairs and service for residential or commercial customers. Licensed, bonded, and insured, we specialize in backflow installation, repipes, drain cleaning, leak repairs, water heaters, and kitchen and bathroom plumbing remodels. Customer service is our #1 priority. 24-hour emergency service and senior discounts are available. Call 863-294-7319 or visit our website today.
And we're back here. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning.
But it's done.
10-8 is your score.
They get mad when you leave them.
North Charleston leading this one.
Are you kidding me, Toby? Where'd you get a greyhound?
And leading off,
Number 3,
Bryson Peavy. Again, my score sheet is a wreck from all these hits and runs and everything. So Peavy steps in there.
Base hit now.
And that one is hit to the right fielder. He camps under it, and he grabs it for the out.
Well, let's go play to him now. Let's base hit. Come on.
So 1 out in the inning.
Time, guys. Come on. Go ahead and kill it.
And now Brantley Riley to the plate. Riley has singled and walked. Pop foul out of play over us here. Again, we're in Gunnersville, Alabama. Championship game here on a Wednesday afternoon. And that one's hit to the second baseman on a hop. Throws to first in time for the out. So the second baseman with a good play there. Dylan Stewart. And now Dylan Register to the plate. Register has grounded out, struck out, reached on the fielder's choice. That one is popped foul down the first base line, gets out of play by about 5 feet. Dalton Davidson is the new pitcher. They took out number 12, Byrne, and have Davidson in, number 17. I was trying to get him to turn around so I could see a number. I didn't think it was the same pitcher, and now we know. Breaking pitch is high. 0-1. Popped up. Pitcher calls for it, and it finally comes down in his mitt. It's a snow cone job, but he gets out of the inning. We go to the top of the sixth. 10-8 is your score. North Charleston over Ozark, Alabama, 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive. Well, we go to the sixth inning here. It's 10-8 is your score. North Charleston has kicked a field goal to go ahead. No, they have scored 10 runs here. And Dylan Register is still pitching for Ozark. This is the championship game here. And these two teams have come off the bus hitting. We've seen North Charleston put 22 runs up in the two games they've played, or the game in 5 innings that they've played on this one. So let's see what happens here. Vasquez stepping to the plate. We're getting late. 6th inning here. Jalen Vasquez has singled twice and flied out. Vasquez pops it to center. Center fielder backing up. Under it. Out number 1 is recorded.
Now up number 7, Dylan Stewart.
Dylan Stewart is the next batter. He's 3 for 3 on the afternoon. Driven in 3 runs, has scored a run. And he hits it to center field. Right fielder coming in, center fielder converging. Right fielder calls him off and makes the catch.
Now batting number 1, Bryce Reed.
Wells Deloney out there calling him off, making the catch. And now Bryce Reed, who has sacrificed twice, singled, scored a run. Register looking for something that we haven't seen much of in this game, a quick inning. That one is hit high. A little carry to it. Center fielder grabs it right in front of the fence for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down for North Charleston. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 10-8, North Charleston on top. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive.
Have a plumbing problem? Cypress Plumbing has your solution. We've been serving residential and commercial customers throughout Polk County for more than 25 years. Whether you need drain cleaning or leak repairs, water heater replacement, or backflow installation, our skilled plumbers can handle it all. We're experienced, professional, and best of all, we're affordable. For fast, friendly service when you need it, contact Cypress Plumbing today. 863-294-7319.
Gunnersville, Alabama, under the direction of Tank Connerly, Recreation Director, is proud to support this broadcast. We congratulate all of the teams in World Series play. We are glad that we could help support the live broadcast of the Final Four. Gunnersville is the proud home to many previous World Series events, and we are happy to again serve as the host here in 2017. 10-8 here, Dalton Davidson, fourth pitcher used.
Number 22, Ryan
Tomlin, Deloney, and Snell, 2-3-4 up for Ozark. This may be the inning of decision here. Tomlin, 2 for 3 on the afternoon. Davidson looks in, now to the plate. Strike is called, 0-1.
You're ready. Make it be there.
The 0-1 pitch outside, 1-1. Davidson trying to hold him right here. Swung and missed. Tomlin out in front of that one, 1-2. Deloney on deck. The 1-2, high, 2-2.
Make it be there.
Davidson deals to the plate. Ripped down the first base line, but foul by about 10 feet.
You got it now. Come on.
So while we wait for the ball to be retrieved, now we're ready to go. 2-2 count here. Again, foul to the screen. Tomlin stays alive. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning here. 10-8, North Charleston trying to win 2 games to become the champions. That one is fouled off the catcher. 2-2. So Davidson and Tomlin having a little battle here. Popped down the left field line, and it's just foul.
You better got it. Come on, you can do it.
He tried to serve that one out there. So we'll do it all over again. 2-2 pitch. Right up the middle, and that's a base hit. Tomlin all over that one.
Number 7, Wells Deloney.
Sharp single to center, and that's going to bring up Deloney, who has singled, reached on the fielder's choice, and hit a big home run. So Deloney in there. 10-8 is your score. The power of the lineup is upon you. Popped up. Catcher comes back to get it and cannot get it. 0-1 the count. That would have been huge if Deloney would have popped up. But as it is, he stays alive. 0-1 the count.
Make it be yours. You can't tell that sure.
Davidson checks the runner at first. Took something off that pitch. 1-1 the count. Big part of the game here. Ozark trying to mount a comeback. Low. So Deloney back in there. That pitch is low, 3-1.
Good job, Wales. Hang in there, man. Hang in there, Wales.
Davidson again. Comes set to the plate. Inside, he walked him. Well, we know what Snell did the last time up. Hit one into the parking lot at the Hampton Inn. Now we're going to have a conference at the mound. Let's see. I believe this may be just a discussion here. I don't see him taking the ball. They're going to discuss strategy. The strategy maybe don't give Snell anything good to hit because we know what he can do with it. 10-8 is your score. Ozark threatening here in their half of the sixth. We started this one about 12:26. It's now 2:24, so we're 2 hours into this one. And we still don't have a champion.
Maddie, don't go get no bunch of junk.
And now we are going to make a change. So we'll take a break here. Excuse me, we'll stay. There is going to be a change in pitchers. Number 7 is going to pitch. That's Dylan Stewart. So we are going to make a change here. Stewart to come in the pitch. Again, we'd like to thank the folks here at Gunnersville for their hospitality and support, helping us get this tournament on. Extremely, again, nice place to visit. Encourage you to come and take a look at Lake Gunnersville and all that surrounds this area. But another fantastic tournament put on by the folks here in Gunnersville. And congratulations to all the teams that made it here. And again, only one will come out a champion. But we've seen a great tournament here, and we're getting a great finish here in this championship game. Stewart about to complete his warm-up tosses. 2 on, nobody out here when we resume play. So everybody pitching for North Charleston, this will be their 5th pitcher of the day. So Snell steps to the plate. He can change the game with one swing here. North Charleston leading. First pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to Snell. First and second, nobody out. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stewart checks the runners to the plate, inside and high, 1-1 the count.
Make it be there.
Snell again awaits the pitch.
Don't say that. Negativity.
That pitch is outside, 2-1.
Way to watch. Make it be there. All right, Matt, let's go. Good hitter.
We're kind of moving in quicksand now. This game has slowed down here. Tense part of it. 2-1.
Wow.
Inside, 3-1.
Make it be there, Matt.
Grayson Stewart would be next. Snell awaits the 3-1. Chase the runner back to second. Everybody safe. And that pitch is a ball. It gets away, and Snell walks.
Now up, number 14, Grayson Stewart.
So Grayson Stewart comes up with the bases loaded, nobody out. And it's a 2-run game here.
Make it be yours.
North Charleston leading, but Ozark threatening with a big inning. So Grayson Stewart has singled twice and flied out. Scored a run. High. He won't be successful living up there.
Watch, son. Make it be yours.
1-0 the count.
Go.
Stewart to the plate.
Whoa.
That one breaks outside. 2-0. No place to put him.
Be yours, son. Make it be yours.
No place to put him. And now we're going to have a conference at the mound. Catcher walks out there. 2-0 count. Bases are full of Ozark players. So Grayson Stewart ahead in the count, 2-0. Let's see what he does. He swings and tops it to the third baseman, who's going to come home. Bad throw. Runner is safe. Runner is going to come from third, and he's going to score. It's 10-10. The third baseman rushed his throw. 2 runs come across to score. Runners will be at second and third. Still nobody out, and it's 10-10. Well, by all rights, they should have had a force out, and the base is still loaded. But now Hayes Shepard can put them up with a base hit. So Ozark looking to go ahead here in their half of the 6th. 10-10 is your score. Hayes Shepard steps to the plate. Homered, singled, and walked. Driven in 2 and scored 2. That pitch is in there for a strike.
It's all right. Make it be yours. Move it high.
Stewart again comes set. 0-1 pitch. Just outside, 1-1. 3 homers in the game for Ozark, Alabama.
No. Don't put him up too much.
Breaking pitch to the third baseman. It's a fair ball, and everybody's going to be safe. Bases are full for Slade Simmons. Still nobody out in the inning. Simmons 0 for 3 in the game. So now we're going to have time. And they're going to go out and talk to the pitcher, and I'm not sure what this conference could be about. They had one earlier when Snell was up. They may be waiting on someone to get ready. I don't know, but they're out there talking again. They've used about everybody they can use. The umpire goes out there and breaks it up. Robert Howell does, and we're about ready to go. 10-10 is your score. Bases are full, nobody out. And we're going to have a courtesy runner come in at first. That's number 9, David Warren.
Courtesy runner number 9, David Warren.
So Slade Simmons can be the hero here for Ozark. 10-10 is your score. Leading run stands at third. To center field. Center fielder on the run makes a catch. But the run is going to tag, and it's 11-10. Simmons with a sacrifice. And it's 11-10. Great catch out there by the center field as the ball was tailing away from him in the gap. Runner from second advances to third. Runner stays put at first. And now Bryson Peavy. So 3 runs across here in the 6th. Stewart again checks the runners. To the plate. Pop foul behind us, out of play.
Come on, Bama. I bet you want it, guys.
0-1 the count.
You'll not make them nervous hollering too much. No, they just don't pay a bit of attention to it. They don't even know we're hollering at them.
Go, Brian.
Peavy again awaits the pitch. Bunts it. Runner comes from third. Throw the first in time, but the run scores. And it's now 12-10. Good play that time as they squeeze a runner in. And now the lead is 2, and Brantley Riley, who is singled, walked, and grounded out, steps to the plate with a runner at second and 2 out. So Riley, with that fluorescent orange bat, steps in there. Runner goes from second. No throw, he steals the base. So Riley hits that one to the first baseman, steps on the bag, and that ends the inning. So we'll go to the top of the 7th. 12-10, Ozark leading, North Charleston needing to come off the deck. 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series here on JockJive. Well, we go to the top of the 7th inning for North Charleston. They trail by 2, 12-10. This is their last chance. Number 5 is still on the mound for Ozark.
Come on, guys. Let's stop them balls now.
So this could be it here. We could have a champion after this half inning. We've seen a great tournament. We've seen these teams come back at each other. North Charleston 1-1 earlier. They have played valiantly in this one. We'll see if they have one more comeback in them.
Let's go, Bama. Let's go.
So Ozark, Alabama, leading by 2 here. Top of the 7th inning.
Ready.
Addison Burkbeck to lead it off. Walked, singled, and struck out here in his 3 plate appearances. Skips out of the way of that one. May have landed awkwardly there as he skipped out of the way of that one. It's a ball, 1-0. Register. Fastball outside. Rearing back and throwing those first 2 pitches.
Come on, we can't lose now. Come on. Y'all work too hard. Put it in there.
2-0 pitch. Low, 3-0. Burkbeck ahead in the count, 3-0. He'll probably take all the way here.
Whoa.
He does, and he walks. 4-pitch walk.
Number 13, Tobias Jordan.
And now top of the order with Tobias Jordan, who has grounded out, struck out twice, singled, and scored a run.
Come on. Be ready. Go, Bama, be ready.
Outfield playing straight away. Again, wind from right to left, blowing out in that power alley in the right to left center.
Right in there, son. Put 'em right in there.
0-1 the count.
Ready up, Phil.
Register checks the runner at first. Now Jordan steps out. Time is called. Top of the 7th here, 12-10.
Rattle 'em. Yeah.
That pitch is out of the zone. 1-1 the count.
Oh, my.
Register
Go, Bama. Come on now.
comes set. To the plate.
There you go.
Popped up. First baseman in foul territory. A major league pop up. Grabs it for the first out. So 1 out in the inning for Justin Livesey. Struck out twice, doubled, reached on the fielder's choice, scored a run.
Guys, just 2 more. You work too hard, guys. Come on.
Livesey.
Get ready.
Register has put a runner on. Tying run stands at the plate. Pitch is high. 1-0 the count. Again, 12-10, Ozark leading.
Just 2 more. Put it in there, son. Put it in there. You can do it.
That pitch is high and inside, 2-0. Register is throwing some gas, but he hasn't found the strike zone with consistency.
Yeah.
That pitch is in there for a strike, 2-1.
So close. Get ready.
Register deals, cut on and miss, strike 2. Livesey tried to put that one out of here, swung right through it.
Be ready,
2-2 count. That one sweeps outside. Lifsey didn't offer at it. Full count. Big pitch here. Walt puts the runner in scoring position.
Put it right in there. You can do it.
Registers full count pitch. Popped up. First baseman, second baseman, first baseman calling for it. And the second out of the inning is recorded. And now it's up to Blake Mars, who has struck out, doubled, hit by a pitch, and singled. Scored a run and driven in a run. Mars could tie it up with a long one here. 12-10, Ozark on top. Inside corner for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Go into the mitt. Come on, pitch. Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch. Swung and missed, 0-2. That had some juice on it.
Just one more. Just one more.
One pitch away from a championship. Register looks in. Outside, 1-2.
You're up. Put it in there. You're up.
North Charleston trailing 12-10. Register's pitch. Inside and tight. The fans behind home plate wanted that one. The Ozark fans below us here. 2-2 the count. Register stretches and deals. Strike three called, and the fans in the Wiregrass can celebrate. Ozark has won the 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series with a 12-10 win over North Charleston as they have the maw down on the diamond. Ozark has won this one 12-10. We have seen great baseball here today. North Charleston gave it all they had, but in the end, the team from Ozark wins this one 12-10. They are the World Series champions for 2017. I'd like to thank everyone who joined us here on the broadcast. Again, the fine folks from Gunnersville for all their help and support, the Dixie baseball officials. Nathan, our cameraman outside, Chuck Sebastian, the legendary Chuck Sebastian, our technical engineer, for making everything sound good. Again, Ozark wins the championship 12-10. This is Mike Flowers saying so long, everybody. You've been involved with the 2017 Dixie Boys Pre-Major World Series from Gunnersville, Alabama, here on JockJive.
We'd like to congratulate both teams, guys. Excellent ball game. Excellent ball game.